Hey y'all, out here at my buddy John Jennings' house, and he's a Ford fan. He's got some Mustangs, and he's got a bunch. He's got that black Torino all-in. That's a cool car. But I think what I have found is one of the coolest Mustang stories you're ever going to hear. So let me run John down. I'll have him tell us about this little 302 that's sitting back here. John, how are you, brother?
Good, Scotty. Welcome to Indiana.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure being here.
Well, I hope you found some interesting cars in this part of the world to play with and enjoy.
Not only have I found cool cars, but I found a lot of cool people. You've introduced me to some really cool people, and I appreciate that.
I got a lot of good friends up here, a lot of great car guys. I'm glad you're getting a chance to meet a few of them.
And you're one of the best car guys I know.
Well,
so
thanks.
I know you're a very modest man, but you got some of the coolest cars. Now, if you'd mix a Chevy, a Pontiac, something like that in everywhere now and then, it wouldn't be bad. But you are a Ford guy.
Yeah. Ford. The thing about Ford is, what I enjoy about them is Ford made some really incredible stuff over the years. The problem is, unlike the small block Chevy that from 1955 to up in the 80s were virtually the same motor, Ford would come up with a great idea, like the Boss 302 Mustang, the 351 Cleveland, the Cammer motors. They'd run them for 3 or 4 years, and they'd come up with another idea.
Right.
So nobody ever really made the aftermarket stuff for them, where Chevrolet guys have had a real advantage of that. We're just now, with the crate motor program Fords have, the Boss 9 Cossi motors, things like that, we're finally able to affordably build stuff that's cool.
Right. Now this Mustang, this isn't even yours.
No, not really. My first grandchild was born May 8th of 2012. His name is Atticus. And my daughter, my only child, is a daughter, and she grew up a car person, and my little grandson's a car person. So the week he was born, we went out to Phoenix, where they live, and I went to Earnhardt Ford, checked all the dealerships out there, and went and met a young man out at Earnhardt Ford. He had one Boss 302 Mustang left, and he offered it to me. I got it at a decent price. So I bought it with the intentions of keeping it, and when my grandson turns 16 years of age, I'm going to give the keys and the title to his mom, and hopefully that'll be his first car.
And now, every time they come visit you, you take a picture of him sitting in the front seat.
Yep, we took a picture of him the week we ordered it. They didn't have a Boss on the lot, but he was a week old, and we went to the dealership, took a picture in front of a red GT, 12 GT. The car was, they delivered the car to my local dealer here that I work with, so we took delivery December of 2012. We took delivery of the car, and, 2012. Took delivery of the car, and then we've taken pictures with him every time he's been around it since then.
And I was telling you, visiting this weekend, and my intentions are to do this, what I do for the rest of my life, and show up on his 16th birthday and take video of him getting his car turned over to him. Now these 302s are way cool cars, and they're special. Does this one have the special track key to it?
Yep. In fact, I started up with the track key when it came out. It was a $300 option from Ford. There's two things, well, a number of things are special. Suspension special. They built it for 2 years, mimicking the 69 and 70. The 2012 was the 69 version of the reverse C-type Boss 302. The 2013 was the 70 version with the hockey stick stripe that came down the side. And then Ford, they didn't build the Boss in 71, so basically they discontinued it in the new production. So Ford did a nice job of kind of making this a special car.
That is cool.
The car comes with the special 19-inch wheels, the Brembo brakes all the way around. It also has side pipes that are built into the car. Yeah. Yeah, and when you open them up, it gives you a dual sound, some out of the rear, some out from underneath. The motor is the 302 Boss, 444 horse, 6-speed transmission. Basically, the only option you get with them was the Recaro seats and some radio options.
And you could go one step further and buy the Laguna Seca edition, and that comes with a big chin spoiler and all kinds of silly stuff.
Same basic package, a little bit of exterior stuff, same engine, same transmission. But ready to do local SCCA road racing. And
I think, can you not go and buy if you have like a 4.6 or something, can you turn it to a 302? Isn't there a kit or something that they...
Well, not that. In 010, 11, I think, Ford introduced the Coyote motor, which was the 5-liter. And you can take a 5-liter motor and convert it over to the Boss 302 with an intake manifold, some valve covers, things like that.
That's it.
The 5-liter motor, the new 5.0, which is 302 cubic inch, Ford has really hit a home run with that motor. Roush has got a package right now that gets you 710 engine horsepower with a supercharger package they offer.
Yeah, being a child of the 80s, I want one of these 5.0s so bad it's not funny.
Yeah. The key you just took out is the Ford track key. That key makes something like 35 computer changes to the suspension and the engine management that allows you to have a little more RPM, a little more horsepower, a little more suspension. It basically is just what it says, it's a track key.
Well, I think the coolest thing it does is it gives you, you can dial in your takeoff so that you can push the clutch in, step on the gas. If you got it set for 3,200, it'll rev to 3,200, and then you can dump the clutch and it'll take off.
It's called Ford launch control.
That's it. It's got launch control. That's the word I was looking for, yeah. Can we see under the hood?
Absolutely.
Man, these are such cool cars. Now if we can get them to bring back a Mach 1, right?
Yeah, they did, but not. They did in the early '99,
Yeah.
2000 bodies.
Yeah, those are cool, but I'd like to see them do it with this, yeah.
Trying to keep this one as authentic and original and totally untouched as possible, so when Atticus gets the keys to it, he'll have something that I saved for him for 16 years.
You are such a cool grandpa, man. That is just wild.
I've got a lot of offers for adoption here lately.
Yeah, well, myself included. Myself included. I was bugging John, telling him I need to take a DNA test just in a chance that maybe somehow I was related to him, because no, he's just a great guy. He's a big car guy like I am, and we met several months back and just hit it off, and you can see why. The dude's got cool cars, man. Oh, that is awesome. I love the blue valve covers. I guess that's some kind of shielding on there, but yeah.
Ford, the thing about this motor is so amazing is this motor it's like a sewing machine from 2,500 RPM to 7,500 RPM. The motor's so smooth you don't feel it.
What's the red line on it?
7,500.
Yeah.
And it's just silky smooth all the way through. I mean, and it's like I owned a 70 Boss 302, so when I heard they were releasing this, that was one of my first cars that I was able to buy on my own.
Right.
And when I saw they were releasing this, I had to have one. And the old 302s back then were the Cleveland style Bosses, and they were cantankerous, and they made a lot of power. It was a real pipey engine. It had a power band from about 4,000 to about 7,000 RPM. This thing is just, the technology is just so incredible.
They have come a long way. And the 302s were high winding motors anyhow.
Oh,
yeah. And so now they're back to the high winding motor of a 302 again.
Small motors, lots of power.
Right. No, that is one cool car. And a cool story, folks. I mean, you know, I don't know about you, but my grandpa, they might have bought me a new pair of jeans or taken me to a ball game every now and then, but they wouldn't buy no new Mustangs for me when I was born. And you just got to know a lot of people that that have the ability to do something like that are arrogant, and you know they're big time and got money. But I'm telling you, if you ever meet John, you'll never know that the man's got the resources that he has. And you know, like so many people that have money that are happy, John shares. He does everything. He's, you know what I'm saying, he's helped me out. This guy, I mean, he runs a company, but yet somehow he's found a time to set up a car show for me, introduce me to all these people. And you know, when he told me the story about this Mustang, I was like, man, when I get to Indiana, I got to shoot that, because I just think that's the coolest story. So, congrats to you, John. Kudos to you, brother. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Folks, there you go. 2012 302 Boss Mustang with a very cool story behind it. Hope you all have enjoyed it. See ya.